ones.
Hey man, I'm not a tech guy.
Actually,
Anyway, why don't we talk about the Black Coat's
daughter.
daughter?
Jesus.
It was either sister or son, and I knew it.
The
But
black-
anyway, so
The black.
well, the Black Coat, like, what was? I get like why the daughter, because she was a girl.
Yeah.
But what was the significance of the Black Coat?
So like the first opening scene, we saw the main crazy girl, Kat.
She was standing
She
next to
was-
someone in a black
yeah.
coat, right?
A dude approached her in a black coat, and that was all we ever saw of him. We never saw a face. And then she called him dad. So like, but that never came back into anything. What?
It was the devil.
Yeah, I know. But like, it raises the question. Well, during the movie, I was trying to like think, is this trying to say like her dad was the devil and this was like all something, or was that just a weird dream and that's how the devil got to her?
Also, she kept saying, you know, there was all this discussion about how she wanted her parents to come, but like they weren't. And then she did have that dream about there was like a car accident and the
Yeah.
black coat.
That was the
Yeah,
yeah.
that was the
beginning.
opening scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and I definitely saw at least one person in the car, but it was in the passenger seat. But as we all know,
I only saw a woman in the passenger seat. I didn't see the father.
I didn't see anything.
so
there-
maybe her parents actually like were dead, and then for whatever reason, like
the parents were dead.
yeah, but then like maybe it was like the devil was kind of like, okay, this is a vulnerable, easy to manipulate young person,
Yeah.
so I could, you know,
Her mind is weak.
yeah, her mind is weak.
yeah.
I can use it to fuck around basically.
Maybe it was the devil that went inside her dream to let her know, hey girl, your parents be dead as fuck.
Mhm. Yeah, he planted that. He didn't even plant that inside of her. He just like let her know because it wasn't a lie. They actually were dead.
Yeah.
And I guess
Oh shit, you think he killed her? Killed them?
Mmm.
I don't think we have any evidence to say yes or no.
So yes.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
no.
Mm.
But
This is all very conflicting.
and then like the next interaction she had was either on the phone or she saw it in the principal's office.
Oh yeah, because when he was talking, she was kind of looking to the side of him, and she was like starting to smile. He's like, "Why are you laughing?" Or like, "Why are you smiling?" She's like, "I didn't realize I was smiling." He's like, "Okay, well, you were." Kind of like calling on that BS.
The devil was making her giggle,
Yeah, it's probably like
doing some crazy dancing and shit.
farted on his shoulder or something like that.
Juggling.
Dude's shoulder.
Also, I think we kind of just went into this really fast.
We did. I was about to say something.
We didn't
but then
even
I was
explain like 824 month or like me.
Fucking edit it in, bro.
All right. So
Okay, so you know, Nick the Slick Johnson, Addison Miller the movie review killer, Jake Snyder the maniac collider here
Wow,
from the
can't believe you
Hosh
remember
Posh
that.
show. You know, I have to. It's
Thanks,
a moral
man.
obligation. All of us from the Hosh Posh show, pardon me, podcast, the Hosh Posh,
Poshcast, yeah.
the Hosh Posh Poshcast.
the Hosh Posh cast.
There's only one Posh. The
Okay.
Posh
Oh.
Poshcast.
Okay, so
Yes.
and you know, so this is a A24. You know, it's October. It's like the Halloween kind of spooky, scary month. A24 has made some lovely.
They've made some
horror
dank
films.
horror films. We
That
got
shit dank as fuck.
The Witch, Hereditary, and
the Black Coat's daughter.
Black Coat's Daughter. I'm sure there's been some
Oh,
other ones.
There-
It Comes at
yeah.
Night, which
Fantastic film.
I would argue is more of a drama than a horror movie.
Well, all of these movies are like low key dramas, just the way A24 makes them.
True.
Now, am I right or wrong?
True. Yeah.
Damn right.
Yeah.
So, A24 month, we're watching the A24 horror films.
Not all of them, just a few though. A few of the standout ones.
Yeah, some of the better ones.
And then we're gonna
And
talk
then this
about
one.
them. We're gonna discuss them.
Low key, yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
We're gonna discuss them intelligently because we are, after all, intelligent people.
Yeah, we go to college for a reason, everybody.
To be intelligent.
Right. And yeah, so that's what we're gonna do right now. We just
Yeah.
finished watching The Black Coat's Daughter.
Yeah, my second time seeing it, their first time. When I first saw it, I absolutely thought it was worthless. Second time
Wow.
seeing it, I don't think it's worthless anymore, but I feel like it has a lot of missteps in it. A lot of dumb decisions or missed opportunities.
Yeah, because I feel like it was a well-made movie, but
Yeah,
there was some
Technically,
things.
it was well made.
Yeah, like some things I feel like they could have been expanded on, because a lot of the times it was like, well, why did they do that? Like there would be discussions between people, like conversations between people,
Mhm.
the music, like
Yeah.
where the like Emma Roberts character was talking to
The mother
to the dad.
to the dad.
Yeah, and like it was all of this.
Oh.
Like first off, like she's in a hotel room. He walks in. She like just got out of the shower, so she's literally just wearing the towel.
And
He walks in.
he's giving her weird looks.
Yeah, and then like it was like really quiet. Could barely understand what they were saying. You know, the music is started to do like this really slow
Build up,
crescendo,
yeah.
the slow build up. And she's like, "Where's your wife?" And he was like, he had this kind of like creepy face. He was like, "She's asleep." And then like the
Exactly
music
like
like
that.
builds up a little bit longer, and then like it just stops.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, anyway, we're about to have some dinner downstairs, so get ready, and then we can grab some grub." And then like you were saying, Jake, with the mom, she was in the car.
They were both in the car. Emma
were-
Roberts and the mother. I don't know the actress's name. And like the mother is doing this really dramatic monologue that's going on for at least 3 minutes.
Really awkward. If anybody was talking to me like this,
Yeah.
First off, 10 seconds with someone I don't really know is
Mhm.
kind of like, chill out, bro. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And she's like, "You don't look like my daughter. I don't even see you." And then what I think that they did do well was when they were talking first, and I thought it was cool because Emma Roberts was in the back seat of the car, looking at the mother, and like the mother was like looking forward, and then every now and then she would kind of like turn back. Every now and then she would turn back to face Emma Roberts, and then once it started to like really kind of like build up, get like a little bit more like tense. I like that the camera just cut, and when it cut, it was just the mom looking right at Emma Roberts, and the camera had kind of like zoomed in a little bit. So the lady was like wide-eyed, just kind of like looking at her like, "Oh yeah, like, just saying all the creepy stuff, yada yada yada." And then, so I thought that was cool, but then it was kind of like, okay, well, we're about to start the car. It's like,
Yeah, and then at the very end of that scene, the dad comes in. He's like, "You ready?" And then he closes the door, and it just straight out cuts to a whole different scene.
yeah, cut to like went like the next day, but like
I
9
think-
years prior.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So like, go ahead. You haven't talked.
Well,
much.
you were just about to talk about the time jumps and
Yeah.
stuff, which, yeah, I agree with you on that. I don't like them.
I feel like, so yes, this story takes place over 9 years, but I feel like the way they jumped between the stories wasn't handled
The best it could.
the
have
best.
been.
It's not incorrectly handled, but it's not well. It's not done well.
Yeah, I think I would have done it where it starts off with the Joan character or Catherine or whatever, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
And she's just kind of like, like walking around, and it's like, well, who is this person? Then like every now and then there's a flashback to 9 years ago.
And
And
that would be good because they're two different actresses, so you wouldn't immediately put together that they're the same character.
Right. And then it would just kind of, I feel like it would just be more, not like linear, but it wouldn't be what the hell is going on.
It wouldn't be as scrambled.
It wouldn't be as scrambled, exactly.
One
Scrambled like some eggs.
One thing that I didn't like, so one of the main characters is Rose, and about the middle point of the movie, we learn that she's gonna die because her father in one of the flash forwards shows Kat the picture of her and said like she died 9 years ago. And I don't know, I feel like that has been done a lot where someone's gonna die,
Oh yeah.
but like it didn't feel like there was any tension. I didn't really care about Rose.
yeah.
And like the way she died was like so boring. Like she's just walking around. She it's building up tension. Like she's walking around this
Yeah, it's definitely kind of like a oh my gosh kind of moment, but it was like,
What did she see at the end of the stairs? What was that?
I think it was just, I couldn't tell if it was a pile of bloody clothes or a dead bloody body. It
I
was.
think,
but
you
the
know what I
body-
think
the-
it was. I think it was like probably like she had like a blanket and like she had all the heads in it. Because I definitely saw a round,
Did you?
really bloody kind of thing, but it
Mhm.
did look like a body in the fetal position.
Okay.
Mm.
So, but maybe it was just like some loose blanket. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Okay.
talking about. That's what I'm
But
talking
she
about.
didn't. But she didn't put them in blankets. She didn't put the heads in blankets.
Well, we didn't see her.
Remember when the snow trail and there were like 2 lines
Yeah.
of blood? I felt like that.
Oh,
I thought
she
that
was
was
just
those-
holding him in both hands.
I thought that's what it
Oh,
was.
good
I,
point.
okay, that's.
Maybe
But
she
then I
killed
could-
someone else.
No, she just killed those 2 ladies.
I mean, I assume because we only saw 3 heads, and we also everyone we saw her kill, she took the heads of.
Mhm.
I think she didn't kill anyone else because we only saw 3 heads.
Let's talk about that. I also didn't understand why.
Oh, hang on.
That was some scary shit.
Sorry.
Why was she supposed to like kill those 3 people? Like I never got that. Like the motivations. I get like, you know, it's the devil, so like he's evil, so you know
Yeah.
whatever.
It-
but it's
it's-
like why though? Like why
it's
these
just
people-
sacrifice,
Yeah.
and it's just those
Okay.
those 2 women were there.
And I
yeah.
think I also
He
would've had
even
to be
told
like,
her like kill all. Bleep
And
that out.
yeah,
Jake,
Don't-
I need you to
don't-
watch your mouth because my family will be listening to this. You too, Addison. But no, yeah, it was like like sacrifice, sure. But then also like when the priest was doing the the like exorcism on her, like at the end, like the devil was literally just dipped. It was just so fast.
he fucking
And it's like,
failed.
I'm like, what is this actually? Like he was.
Oh, she no,
He
the
left
holy
so
water,
easily. They
gotta
didn't even
go.
like show him leaving. They just showed him gone. You know what I mean? Like she was
Yeah.
like, "Come back,"
He-
and like he like looked at her, and then dipped.
Yeah.
And then just left. It's like,
He
what?
showed up super easy and he left super easy.
Yeah, showing up easy. I get that. And plus, it's kind of like, you know, like we don't really know like when her parents died. We know that she was pretty young at the start of the movie. She's probably like what, like 14 at the start of the movie.
Yeah, wait, she was never possessed.
Yeah. What?
She was
she
never
was.
she was never possessed.
I think she was. I think this was a really different take on a possession movie.
well,
Yeah.
because she knew what she was doing,
Yeah, but
and she was like,
I mean,
she
we
didn't.
saw her levitate off the bed, and we saw her body like
yeah, she has those like
contort itself.
those like dark ass like circles on her eyes.
Yeah.
I don't think it was like a possession like The Exorcist where they're just like the whole body's completely taken over.
Yeah.
I think it was a possession in that like it's like all of these kind of like negative, just all this like negativity, like evil stuff like in her mind, and it just like warped her mind because like you
But-
said, she knew everything that she was doing, but she wasn't really acting like that
But
at the beginning.
but
It was a
no,
gradual
I think
process.
it was a whole body thing because when they made her say grace, she threw up,
Mm.
and then she said, you know, when she said like "Don't touch me," the voice got
Watch the language.
sorry.
Hey, the audio, my God.
I give my love. I give my love.
Sorry, Nick's family.
Specifically, Nick Johnson's family. Nick the Slick Johnson. I'm
Anyway.
sorry.
Oh yeah, when she says that, her voice gets super deep, like you know, auto tune.
Yeah, that like this weird creepy thing. Like she was
Yeah.
So I think it was a full body, like a typical exorcism, just not exorcism, a typical possession, but like really in a laid back sort of way, like not crazy, you know?
yeah, like I think she was still like I think she wasn't like mostly in control of her body, but just like with like, you know, still some kind of outside demonic interference kind of thing. You know what I mean? I think it was like that.
Yeah.
Cause she could still control herself. Like she was still doing like whatever she wanted to.
Well, how do you know if that's what she wanted?
That is how I interpreted it.
You're saying you can interpret the actions of a 14-year-old girl?
She was 14 at the time. She's like 18 now, that actress.
You don't have. It's cool.
Let me,
Don't look it up.
let me just.
I can as
No, I got you.
as a movie viewer and as a film student,
Yeah.
I've learned to try to I've been taught to like pick up on certain things. So watching a movie, you know, you can make your own interpretations. I just assumed she was at least like 60% in control of what she chose to do. Because even at the end, when after the devil had left, you know, when it was like 9 years later and she was killing all the people, and then she cried because the devil didn't come back.
Mhm.
It's like, okay, so she still like wanted to do all of this stuff.
I don't think she wanted to do it, but
But
it
she
was
wanted that devil back though. Right?
yeah, it was one of those things like
It was a comfort sort of thing.
I wouldn't even
Okay.
say that. She just wanted the devil's presence back because he helped her like when she was at I don't even think he helped her, but like he was there at her weakest. And so
Okay.
like he did dement her mind to be like that.
Yeah, it fucked her up.
But
Sorry.
she was doing the killings of her own free will, but I don't think it was because
Aha.
I don't think it was because she enjoyed it though.
So she wasn't in control of her body. When you say she was doing it of her own free will,
Mhm.
fucking got him. But no, yeah, like I didn't.
Bleep that out.
It was kind of like, it was kind of like, I didn't understand the motive of at least like of the devil or like the black coat, because maybe he was a black coat and like he was like a father figure to her in some way.
Was this it was a Catholic school.
Yep.
Yeah.
What if he just wanted to infiltrate?
Because
Because the school got closed down after that.
Well,
Okay,
that's
what are you getting at?
the devil wanted to stop a Catholic school, but just this specific Catholic school. So the devil is
Yes.
making rounds at the Catholic schools in Canada.
Was this Canada?
Yeah, Albany,
Oh.
Oh wow,
and then
I thought it was Louisiana.
and then is making rounds throughout all the Catholic schools in Canada to shut them down.
Yeah, he had a little checklist.
Yeah, Canada has the highest population of Catholic girls in the North America.
I think that's
Besides Asia.
I think it's China.
Besides Asia.
I can't tell if you're being serious or not.
Look at the face on my face.
What? What?
Canada.
But
Canada is a country located in the northern part of North America.
Dude, fucking
I could have
got
told
him.
you that.
Yeah.
Dude, that proves my point.
Fucking AP Human Geo for the win.
They're so far north. They're the closest ones to heaven.
Uh
Oh my gosh. Revelations.
huh.
Jeez Louise.
67.2% Christianity. So
Damn.
it's
actually
a
pretty good.
majority.
That's a small amount right there.
Majority.
Wait, but the
of the
population
Christian
of Canada is like nothing.
True.
Oh my god.
The population of Canada is 37 million.
Are you serious?
Mhm.
That's it?
Mhm.
Oh my god.
That's a whole lot of people, dude.
Dude, we have above 300 million.
But think, what do you say the population of Canada was? Like 37 million? Could you imagine if it was 37 million people in one house?
Well, no.
Man, that wouldn't fit. Cause it's a whole lot. It's a damn whole lot of people right there.
You know something?
If you were a teacher, I'd fail your
You
class.
know- you know
'cause
what?
It would make no
You
fucking
know,
sense.
you know what? No, hold on.
What?
I think we're getting off topic.
Are we? Oh, what are we talking about? Black Coat's daughter?
We have Black Coat's Daughter, a really shitty movie.
You know, another thing I did like, I like that they never outright just showed the devil. He was always,
Yes? Oh.
he was always,
It was always silhouetted.
shrouded and mystery, always blurred.
What if
out.
that was legit what he looked
Oh
like?
my gosh! Wouldn't that be some crazy shit?
No one ever knows what the devil looks like.
Yeah.
No one ever thinks they knows, but because they
Yeah.
always see a black thing,
Yeah,
but it's just the black thing.
They always seem that he's like blurred out, but it's like that's just his actual form. Like they're like, oh dang, I need to put on my glasses. And like they put them on. It's like, oh man, these glasses don't work. He's so blurred out.
They
You know.
Oh, this came out like a year or two before The Witch. I was gonna say they
24
should have
2014.
taken a note from The Witch because like
Wait, 2015.
this had a really The Witch had a really cool version of the devil. Like,
Yeah.
and it was super simple. It was just
A dude.
a normal goat going to a normal dude, even though he looked really cool.
Who looked cool?
The devil.
Oh,
Satan.
I thought you were saying the dude looked cool.
Dude, guess how much they made at the box office?
Which one?
10.
Black Coat's Daughter,
In the thousands, not millions.
$20,000.
20,000. Yeah.
Man, I could use $20,000 right now.
That's a good point. It looked like a really good movie, like
Yeah, like-
visually. So
It was the cinematography was on point. It was very well
Yes.
shot. Technically, it was.
I feel
I've seen
like
better.
it was. You were talking about this during the movie, Nick. Tons of abrupt cuts,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
I feel like,
I wasn't really feeling those abrupt cuts.
and I feel like this also ties into the time jumps. I feel like this movie was just edited and put together rather poorly.
And that might have been
I agree with that.
yeah, I don't, because I feel like bless you. I feel like
Addison's sick.
I feel like the director was. I think he had like a certain like vision. Like maybe he was kind of like, let's just. Maybe he was just trying to like throw everybody off, and like disorient everybody, whatever. Like maybe that's why the cuts were as abrupt as they were, and the whole like time jump thing. Like we didn't really know what was going on.
Do you guys have anything else you want to say?
Man, let me.
Should we just say our scores?
Well, no. Let's figure out what else you want to. Do you have anything else to say, Jake? What is it?
Jake Snyder, the Maniac Collider.
Jake Snyder, the Maniac Collider.
All in all, I think the one last thing I want to say, we kind of touched on it a little bit. The way they did the devil. This movie, it was really like low key, you know, nothing was really explicit, or not too much was explicit at least. But making the devil this like Muppet thing with big ass horns.
And you could tell he was like furry.
Yes, you could definitely tell. And it was just like even goats don't have that kind of ruffled fur. As far as I know, the goats that I know are they have like dog hair basically.
I don't really
I know you've had a goat
I don't really be chilling out with goats
anymore.
after I saw The Witch. I was like, you know what, let me just not take my fucking chances.
But like the horns, they looked like those paper cones. Yeah, no, like that. Hair like that. It's kind of smooth in a way. It's flat.
It's not.
Well, also
like,
he's not a goat; it's a devil. So maybe it was just like.
But the goat is a satanic. It's a satanic
satanic
symbol.
animal, but at the same time, it's like you gotta.
I just figured that's what they were going for.
You gotta
the hair
They probably were, but it's
Yeah.
like, look, why don't what else could we add to it, like just to make it seem
to make it
kinda
worse.
low key?
Yeah.
Like what can we do to like change it up, make it look a little bit like more creepy, a little bit like like otherworldly kind of.
Okay, Nick.
I do know.
I know you saw Slender Man. You
Oh.
remember that really big guy in the hospital.
Oh yeah.
If they got this just a really unusual looking dude and put him like in a black suit, that would have been much more effective.
I will say I wasn't too mad at the horns.
I was.
And there was like one shot where like it seemed like he kind of where you could see his reflection like on the wall, like where he raised his hands up, and it looked like he had on like a really long cloak. I thought that was pretty cool. But then
he had
like
human hands.
yeah, but then basically every other time they showed him, it was like, yeah.
Yeah, I understand what you, Jake Snyder, the Maniac Collider, is saying about the devil.
Wow, thanks.
But I think I pretty much agree with you on this movie. It, for me at least, on like the surface, it definitely looks like a good movie.
The trailer looks awesome.
Yeah,
See, I didn't see the trailer.
It,
Me neither.
It focused. Oh, really? It
No.
focused on her praying in the
Yeah,
basement,
I figured,
and
that they
like
would use
it
that
made
in
it
the
seem
trailer.
much more horror oriented than it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but and then you watch it, and to me, there's just a lot of problems with not so much with the story, but just with the execution. With the execution, it
Yeah.
really bothered me,
Yeah,
and I'm all about
agree to that.
I'm all about execution and whether or not, just acting and camera angles and shit like that. So it was a little bit of a disappointment, but I like the story, and I think that the idea of it is interesting. Like someone that is just so in love with the devil that they cry when the devil's not coming back, and it's like
That's
the
kinda
devil.
where, like, I get like I get that he was probably like a comforting
Presence.
for her, but it was so like, okay, it's the devil. Like, chill out, get some friends.
Well,
Yeah.
that's just because
I
we're
get, like,
sane.
This the movie. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're sane.
and-
We've had regular lives. We're not little like white Catholic girls.
But I think that's
Speak for
I think that's
yourself.
what's interesting about it, because like everything just with everything else in terms of a possession with like movies or entertainment, it's always been when the devil leaves, or like, oh, thank God, I'm so
Oh.
happy
So
I'm not
Spun
in
that on its
a
head.
dark space and stuff. But then at the end of this,
Yeah, actually.
she is crying, and but
Yeah.
she's in her right mind. She's not possessed
It
or
took the
anything.
typical possession story, but like flipped it on its head. So the one being possessed liked being possessed and was actually worse off once he left.
Yeah,
That's some freaky shit.
That's
that is an interesting
on
little twist
paper.
on it.
That's cool.
yeah, but in the movie they just didn't really execute it all that well.
That's how they
So,
did it. I
the
probably
editing and everything just kind of was dull to me. So
I probably would have had it, or like if I was gonna do like this type of story, I probably would have had it where the girl who seems like she's possessed, like she's just crazy. She's not really possessed. She's hallucinating, but maybe like because she's in like a Catholic school or whatever, they're like, okay, well she has to be possessed because like X, Y, and Z, or like maybe just like keep it ambiguous. Slight tangent, but yeah, mix up a little bit.
all right,
right.
anything else?
I think that's it for me.
All right, what would you give it, Jake Snyder, the Maniac Collider?
Jake the Snyder.
Jake the Snyder, on a scale of 0 to 10.
I think,
10, of course, being the highest.
Oh shit! Let me reevaluate.
Wait,
I'm gonna stick to a 6, a high 6, but a 6. Yeah.
Okay, Nick the Slick Johnson.
actually, what are you gonna rate it? Because
Well, I was gonna be last, but do you want me to go first?
yeah,
or
there's
second?
there's a method to my madness.
Okay,
Holy shit, Jake!
your
We are in the
phone-
middle of a session.
My boss is calling me.
Did I ask you that? I'm just kidding, man. You get that money. You make the money moves.
Okay, anyway, I am thinking low 6, 6ish.
Okay. Since there's 3 of us, I was going to rate it a 6, but you don't want to have 3 6s, so I'm just gonna give it a solid 5.
Damn.
You know, that would have been really great if it was another 6.
Yeah, like my spidey senses started tingling. I was kind of like, okay. I was thinking about giving it a 6. Like Jake was like, I'll give it a 6, and then I was like, okay.
Well, then you know what? I'll give it a
Oh.
5 because I really don't care.
I don't think we should review the movies based on the other people's scores.
Yeah, Addison.
You know what? You give it what? Fine, I'll give it a 6. What? Then you need to give it a 6. Just give it a 6.
I already gave it a 5, dude. I can't go back on my word.
Yes, you can. You do it all the time.
No, I
Do it all
don't.
the time.
Name what time I did it.
That one time yesterday,
What happened?
you said you'd come over today. I'm gonna
Fucking got
I'm
him.
gonna bleep out everything you said.
Oh no,
Oh,
please.
no.
There, proves my point.
All
I'm
right.
gonna put that in.
Okay, there. The review is over.
Okay, so we
Black
got-
Coat's Daughter was it was okay.
I wouldn't recommend it to anyone.
Nope.
No,
All right.
unless you like boring shit.
Unless you're boring as shit and you like 14-year-old girls being possessed by the devil and killing other people that are pregnant and shit.
Yeah, not a terrible movie. Could have been a little bit better.
All right.
Yeah.
Review over. Bye, Mom.